I have a question for you. How would you define success in parenting? When you think about successful parenting, what would it take to have in 20 or 30 years from now to be able to look back at your journey and think, I did it. I nailed it. Look at my kids. That was success. What would that look like for you? My name is Stephanie Wicker, and I'm a behavior consultant in Sydney, Australia. And that's one of the first questions that I ask all of my clients. I do that because I want to create a vision in both of our minds of what we're working towards and what our long-term goals are. Some people might describe it as a happy, warm family. Other people might describe it as my children are resilient. They are problem solvers. They solve their problems and others. They're adaptive. Some people might say, I want my kids to have lots of really wonderful, healthy relationships, strong friendships at school, wonderful connections with their brothers and sisters. Other people might say that my children are really adaptive. Whenever there's a difficult situation arising, they are quick to adapt in the moment. Whether we're stuck in traffic for a long time, maybe we're running late, maybe we have to go to the hospital. My kids cope so well in challenging situations. Whatever that might look like to you, what defines your success? What's your version of success in parenting? Now, no matter what your answer is, there are three things that all parents should be teaching their children in order to reach that definition of success. These three things are self-esteem, self-regulation, and self-soothing. I know, it's crazy. Did you know you could teach that stuff? How cool. We're not born with a healthy self-perception. We're not born with the skill to cope in challenging situations and compromise with others. Those are skills that we develop over time, not very different from sewing or being proficient at tennis or gymnastics. Like all of those skills, they are taught, they are developed, and they are mastered. They are generalized over time. Those are skills that we work on our whole lives. I am 33 years old and I still use all three of those skills almost every single day. And so do you probably. These are skills that they do not go away. And with practice and exposure and consistency, we become very, very good at them. And they set us up for success long term. So how do you teach your children those three skills? Because it sounds like those are things that they just need to pick up on their own, when in actuality, these are skills that you can actively teach your kids from a very young age. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. So you can teach your child how to build self-esteem as early as 14 months, maybe even younger for some kids. So from very, very early ages, you can start building that healthy self-perception and self-worth that comes with self-esteem. Self-regulation is all about regulating those big emotions. Do you find that your child struggles with coping with things not on their terms? Maybe when daddy leaves for work, it becomes very overwhelming and there's a tantrum for 30 minutes. Or maybe as soon as you say, okay, we got to get going, hurry, 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 they just fall to the floor in drama. Maybe they just have a really difficult time coping in those challenging situations. This is where self-regulation comes in, and regulating those big emotions that lead to regulating behavior. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that from a very, very young age. If your child is showing signs of anxiety and quick to anger and stressful experiences and tantrums regularly, then this might really be exactly what your child and your family needs in order to make it a happier, more cooperative environment for everybody. And self-soothing, I know, everyone thinks self-soothing is for babies. It's for putting toddlers to bed, right? Self-soothing is something that we use every day of our lives. We just probably don't realize that we're using it because it becomes habit. It becomes our fallback. Without self-soothing, you're not able to reason with others. You're not able to compromise. You're not able to solve a problem without first being able to self-soothe. So that can show you just how often we're actually using it. So are you interested in these 3 steps? Do you want to learn these top things that all parents should be targeting with their kids? If you're as excited as I am about learning all of these wonderful behavioral techniques, then please, please share this video, because when you share it and comment below "done," that's all it takes to get access into my brand new membership program for 30 days for absolutely free. Please check it out. I am going to be teaching you principles to behavior, foundations of early childhood development. And then we're going to be also looking at techniques. Techniques is one thing that I find we tend to avoid because it's the hardest. Techniques is answering that question, what do I do when my child is screaming at the park? What do I do when my child is aversive at school and isolating himself? What do I do when my child is bullied or is the bully? What do I do when my child has a tantrum? What do I do when my kids keep fighting? I'm going to teach you step-by-step responses to those situations that will drastically change those behaviors and shape those behaviors without blaming or yelling or shaming or threatening or bribing or any of those things. I'm going to teach you how to use evidence-based punishment procedures, I know, that revolve around connection before correction. I know that sounds crazy. Punishment? Connection? What? Believe it or not, psychology, behavioral sciences, and cognitive sciences show us time and time again that those things actually do go hand in hand. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that is and how to use it effectively. So share this video if you are interested in learning more about a free opportunity to join my brand new hand-in-hand behavior coaching membership. Share the video, say "done" below, and I will contact you with the details.